All right, today we are playing Craft 1, Loot 1, Deconstruct 1, a variation of the classic F1, Marry 1, Kill 1. And today I got Bryan with me, that guy BE. Bryan, you ready for this?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So I'm going to give you 3 guns. You have to tell me which one you would craft, which basically means that you would want to use, in multiple encounters. Which one you would loot, which would mean you would just pick it up for the encounter. It's kind of a one-time thing. And then which one you would deconstruct. I'm going to get your takes. I'm going to give you my takes, and it'll be interesting to see which ones we disagree on.
Alrighty.
All right, these are all gold rifles. SVU, SVD, and the PH.
Okay, so craft, loot, deconstruct. I'm going to craft the SVU.
Okay.
I will loot the SVD, but I'll deconstruct the PH.
Ooh. See, I would also craft the SVU, but I think I would loot the PH, and I'm going to deconstruct that SVD because I cannot stand the scope on that gun.
I'm actually the opposite. I actually do like the SVD scope.
All right, so next we have the AUR A1, the A74K, and then the ZA-M72.
Ooh, that one's tough. I will go ahead and craft the ZA-M72. That's the LMG one, right?
Correct, the blue LMG.
I will loot the AUG one. Ooh, actually, yeah, loot the AUG one. Deconstruct the A74K.
Oh,
KSU.
So we're going to be pretty different on this one. I'm going to craft the A74K. I'm going to loot ZA-M72. And part of that is, maybe I'm hedging that it might be nerfed in the future. And I don't want to be stuck my whole, I don't want to craft a gun that might lose value. And then I'm going to deconstruct the A1 because I'm not that good with that gun. And I need a high rate of fire to be successful.
Okay. Actually, was it the green A74K?
Yeah.
I think I might have heard you. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take that back.
Okay.
I will craft the A74K. If it's a KSU, yes, I'll deconstruct that one. But A74K,
don't you dare
that is my gun.
Use this as an opportunity to sneak diss the A74K and see it.
Then I will pick up the ZA and then deconstruct the AUG.
My man. I think the A74K is a beast. I think I would craft it too. So now we're gonna get to the sweaty weapons. This is a tough one. You have the L85, you have the Bugle, and then the RPK-74.
Ooh, okay. I'll craft the L85. I'll pick up the Bugle, deconstruct the RPK-74.
So you're gonna have to explain yourself here. Why are you deconstructing the RPK-74?
It's actually a hard choice between the Bugle and RPK. The reason I say the RPK, deconstruct that one, is because I like where I have the L85 because that's a weapon with the scope. I like the way it works. I'm very comfortable with that weapon. The Bugle, I like that one because it has the burst fire and then also auto. Not only that, it is a little bit more powerful than the RPK-74.
Yeah, it's definitely more versatile. And You mentioned the scope on the L85. I know you have a play style and you can probably utilize the scope more so. And that gives you the advantage over a gun like the RPK-74.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll go a different route. Myself, as you've seen, is not the most patient, and I'm not the most. I'm not good at finessing. I'm all about brute force. So I'm gonna craft the Bugle because that gun in full auto is just a death sentence to anyone in front of me. I'm going to loot the RPK-74 because that gun is a laser, and then I'm gonna deconstruct the L85. It's tough. I do like the L85, but I think in the current state of guns right now, it's probably the weak link in my hands. But again, it's better in other people's hands. All right, so we're gonna go from the sweaty weapons to the low tier weapons. So we have the M2 carbine, the VZ52 carbine, and the SKS. So I guess not as low tier as, they're not the bottom of the barrel, but not by no means, the meta weapons of the game right now.
I will craft the SKS. I will loot that VZ, and I will deconstruct the M2 carbine.
I'm going to stick with crafting of the SKS. I think the SKS is probably the strongest out of those 3 guns. Personal preference, I'm going to loot the M2 carbine because it does have the full automatic. And again, with my playstyle, I like to have the ability to take care of business in close quarters. And the VZ carbine, I'm gonna deconstruct that because to me it just feels weird. I always have had a weird thing with that gun where I just have 0 success, and it actually hits decently hard, but it's just one of those preference things. I'm not a big fan of the VZ carbine.
The reason I say the VZ is it is a bit more powerful than the M2 carbine.
Yeah, it hits hard, that's for sure. Yeah, a couple times I've used it. It kind of surprises me on the damage side, but it just like feels uncomfortable. Like I don't like to miss and just whiff on all my shots, and when I use that gun, I'm usually whiffing.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Another tough one, Scorpion Combat Magnum Sawed-Off.
Ooh, okay. I'm crafting the Magnum. I will pick up the Sawed-Off.
Ooh,
that's tough.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll pick up the Sawed-Off, and I'm gonna have to destruct the Scorpion because I don't use that weapon often.
Yeah, I don't use any of these weapons too often, if I'm gonna be completely honest. And this is a tough one because this is the first one where all 3 of these guns are like completely different, and it comes down to playstyle, it comes down to preference. I'll craft the Scorpion just because the chances I get a headshot are higher than any other gun. I'm gonna loot the Combat Magnum because it's probably the best gun, but I wouldn't want to be stuck with that gun every single round. I'd probably do better with the Scorpion. Then I'm gonna deconstruct the Sawed-Off because I still haven't figured out shotguns in this game. They seem really inconsistent, and
they're inconsistent for everybody.
Yeah. And it's just like, maybe it's stronger than these, it could be stronger than these other 2 guns, but I will have less of a headache and I'll probably rage a little bit less. We have 2 more gun ones, and then I have kind of a twist for the last couple. But we're gonna go to the M21. I know that's probably a favorite of yours. The ZA-M76, which is the purple sniper rifle. And then the H-bar, but it's stuck in single fire.
Ooh, okay. I have to craft the M21.
You have to.
That's my baby. I have to. There's no other option. I'll go ahead and I'll pick up the ZA.
Okay.
I'll pick up the ZA, and I'm gonna deconstruct the H-bar.
It's definitely a tough one because the ZA, it's not the worst weapon, but I don't necessarily enjoy using it. And I don't know a lot of people that jump to jump to its defense too often. I'm gonna stick with crafting the M21. It is your baby, and out of respect to you, I will craft it. No, I'm just kidding. It is, I think, my favorite out of those 3. I'm gonna pick up the H-bar in single fire. I like the scope on the H-bar. I'm comfortable with the H-bar. I think I can make it work. And then I'm gonna deconstruct the ZA-M76 because it's just nothing jumps out about it of loving it, but maybe a better choice in the H-bar and single fire, but I'm gonna roll the dice. And this is our last gun one, the Maschinengewehr, so the green LMG that we ran into tonight with those 2 sweats, the MGV, and then the PPSH. Now this is the high rate of fire version of the game.
Okay, that's tough. That is extremely tough. Okay, I'm gonna craft the MGV. I'm gonna pick up the PPSH, and I'm deconstructing that Maschinengewehr. Because
let me hear this.
I've never liked that weapon. I've never liked it because I've always had bad luck with that weapon ever since I've started playing this game.
I
don't care how buff these LMGs are. That Maschinengewehr will never be in my inventory.
I think we're on the same page of that. It's just like the gun is annoying. I've had bad experiences with the gun, and I think it's tainted me even through the buff. I don't want to touch it. So I don't know if we had this yet, but I think I'm in a complete agreement. I'm going to craft the MGV. I'm going to loot the PPSH, and then I'm gonna deconstruct that terrible LMG.
Oh yeah, Fox, do not judge us on for not prioritizing your PPSH.
So I did mention there was going to be a switch up, so there is going to be a switch up for this next one. The same concept, the same game, but we're gonna go to maps.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you 3 maps. So essentially we can use the same terminology, but one that you would like to drop at the most frequently, one that's a one-time deal, and then you can kick one out of the rotation. So we have Kirsten, Grantham Valley, and Sagbrook Sawmill.
Oh, this is easy. I'm going Grantham. As an optional choice, Sagbrook Sawmill. Kirsten, as amazing as that map is,
Don't do it.
it's too quiet.
Don't do it.
It's too quiet. I would rather choose the other 2 maps than go to Kirsten.
That one hurts a little bit, Brian. I was just telling you.
I mean,
my
I like the map.
memories.
I do like it. I do like it. It's a great map. It's just the play style of the mix up of players you get on that map is just, it's weird.
It is.
A lot of people become very quiet, and I've just haven't had the greatest experiences on that map at times.
And you want that action, right? You're all about that action.
Yes.
See, I'm actually gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a different direction for sure, because I love Kirsten. I have fond memories there. When it was the map that was like pinned when it just came out, and you could drop there every time. I basically dropped there every time. So I'm going to, for my best map, my most frequent map, gonna pick Kirsten. Great cache locations, let me say. The beautiful map. I've kind of learned the flow and the spawns, so it could be a little quiet. But over by the planetarium dam and the dam area is a lot of fun. So that's going to be the best map. Grantham's going to be my mid-level, so my loot. Grantham's nice. The exits are a little far for my liking, and that crazy exit has given me more headaches than it's worth. And then I'm going to get rid of Sagbrook just because it's just like a small amount of players on that map. And I want those big kill games. And I can't get them there, Brian. I can't.
Yeah, that's understandable. Most of the time, people should go to the center of that map, but for some reason, they don't.
I couldn't tell you. You would want to go to the sawmill, right? But whenever I'm at the sawmill, I can jump around on the roofs. I'll see maybe one person. So we're going from nice weather to cold weather. Now, this one's interesting, because we have a map that's very much close range, a map that's medium range, and then kind of a long range map. We have Snow Battery, Vic Station, and Anakin.
Ooh, I will go Snow Battery. Second option, I'll go ahead and I'll go Victorson.
Okay.
I like Victorson a lot. And then Anakin, it's too open for my liking. Yes, I do like sniping, but Anakin's just one of those maps that you never know what you're gonna get. You don't know if it's gonna be quiet. You don't know if it's gonna be extremely aggressive firefights. It's just, you don't know what you're gonna get. But I'll definitely choose Battery, Victorson, than Anakin.
Yeah, Anakin is hit or miss for sure. But when you have those games at Anakin, it's a great feeling where you're fighting across the map, the sniper battles, you're pinned down. So for that reason, I don't know if I can cut it out like you did. I'm going to say that Vic is going to be my go-to. Vic is very versatile. There's areas that are open. There's areas that are more close quarters. They have the railroad track that kind of draws people in. I like the versatility of Vic. So for that reason, I'm going to have it as my number 1. Anakin is going to be my number 2, just because, like I said, the epic battles that you get there are a blast. And even though there are some quiet games, the sniper shootouts and the crazy moments that you have, I think, make up for it. And unfortunately, I like Snow Battery for the kills, but it just doesn't excite me as a map more so. And it is quick action, but sometimes I die too quick that I don't even get to appreciate its beauty. So for that reason, I'm out on Snow Battery.
Okay, that's understandable.
So that's basically it, but we could not end this video without one more twist. We're doing one more pivot, and we're gonna end the video with encounters, elims, and shootout.
Encounters, of course.
Oh,
that's my number 1 thing.
Hands out.
Shootout or elimination? I feel like I have more fun in elimination with friends. Yeah. But shootout is also good for if you want chaotic fights.
That quick action. There's no resting in shootout.
I'm gonna have to go elimination, then kick out shootout.
You're going elims. You're getting rid of shootout.
As hard of a choice it is, that's yes.
you got to. yeah, I don't think there's any other choice. I'm keeping I'm encounters number one. Like you said, elimination with friends is so much fun. Even though I've probably raged the most in elims, there's also been some crazy moments where you come back from 4 rounds down to win it. I had a great moment like that the other day, and I turned the Xbox after that, and I felt like $1 million. Shootout definitely has more tactics to it, and it's like more you dependent. But I'm gonna agree with you. It's gonna go encounters, elim second, then I'm getting rid of shootout. Hopefully you had fun doing this. I think it's just interesting to kind of put some of these guns up against each other, and I think it's pretty interesting as well, like the difference in our play styles and what we prefer, because a lot of I think we only agreed on probably 2 of these.
Yeah, it's always good to see how other players, I guess you could say, think differently and play differently and have different preferences when it comes to the game, which is always good. It's good to have different preferences when it comes to players.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has different preferences, and if you don't agree with anything that I said or something that Bryan said, jump into the comments and let me know what variations you guys would choose, because kind of like we talked about, everyone has different play styles, and these guns fit into your play style. So Bryan, thanks for taking the time to stop by, and hopefully we can do this again soon with maybe some new ones.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is a lot of fun. If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this, man. Highly underrated. Make sure you do it. If you don't, I'm gonna find you.
You don't want Bryan chasing you down. You'll be in trouble. You'll be his next bounty. Awesome. All right, I'll talk to you later, Bryan.